Yeah, I mean, the team have asked me to help out, and I've said for the last few races that if I was asked, then I would. And of course, naturally as a driver, it's never I guess an easy thing or a simple thing to agree to. But again, there's a much bigger picture at play than just myself. So I'm still coming out here to try and achieve the best results that I can, and put myself in a good position to score a lot of points for first myself and also the team. But I know that if there's some ways of helping the points for Lando, then I will do that.
It's not as simple as that. So a lot of people think it's very simple and very straightforward. It's not. People can believe what they want and come up with their own opinions, but Oscar's also a driver fighting for his own championship, his own career, and that's a very valid reason for him to want to fight and do well. So it depends what the positions are for, what positions we're fighting for. There's many different scenarios. So people on the outside think it's an easy, simple thing. It's not. But we've come up with a good plan of how we can approach it all.
I mean, on McLaren, look, it's my old family, and I'm just really happy to see them back up there. And I think it's probably been a long time since they've been in that position. So This is all newer. I mean, probably most likely all the people that are in the team today are not all the people that were there when I was there. And so even for those, it's the first time that they're having such competitive car. I think they've been handling it well, and naturally, like everyone that's challenging for these for wins and for a championship, the mistakes will be made. But again, I'm not running the team, so I can't say when or if they should have or shouldn't have.
McLaren, without doubt, are the fastest team on the grid at the moment, and if you look at probably the last 6 or 7 races, they could have arguably won every single one. Lando's driving great, and with the support of his teammate, let's see. But I think it more depends on Max's performance, and if he's able to finish in those 2nd and 3rd places, it'll be very difficult for Lando. If he's finishing in 5th, 6th and 7th, then it will swing pretty quick. But I'm confident Lando and McLaren are going to be winning a lot more races from here into the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to look at Adrian's track record. Every car that he's built has fought for, wins and championships, and that makes him, one of the most iconic people in the sport. So to have him wearing green now, I think is really exciting for everyone in the team.
And probably, for me, what I think is that, the Aston Martin team is the team of the future in a way. We are just opening new buildings at the factory, at the campus. Now building 2 is finished. Wind tunnel will be January. Honda, Aramco, best partner in the world probably, and now Adrian as well. So I think the team is taking shape, and Lauren's vision is taking shape. So good news this week.
It's nice, but my job is to also reset before going into a weekend like this, because you can pay the price quite a bit of having that huge motivation and huge expectations as well going on a track like this. It's true that between the win in Monza and the fact that it's a track that I particularly like and that I've been particularly strong in the past, you've got that momentum and you just hope that everything is going to go well. But I just focus on the process, try to not to think too much about the past, just try and prepare this weekend in the best possible way, and then we'll see where we end up.
It was a big boost of motivation and happiness for everyone at the factory after a few difficult weekends where we didn't seem to find the right way with the development. We brought a new package to Monza and it seemed to work well. I think it's also mainly due to a circuit that favors a bit the Ferrari, like here in Baku, Singapore or Vegas. I think are our next good opportunities. But still, we will try to maximize them and see if we can keep bringing home victories or podiums.
Monza wasn't good for us. We've analyzed a lot of things, and it's time to try and be better. Let's see how this weekend will go.
It's a thing with the style of Max. that he's less sensitive to the issues we have just by nature. There are some people don't understand it, especially from the media side, that different driver styles can come to different conclusions. And the problem was that, not the problem. The good thing was that Max was a lot less sensitive to it, and than I was. 10, 12 races ago, I was complaining about these issues. But now it seems that they're so big that even Max is feeling them. So I think the solution will benefit me even more, with my style. So and now it's very clear in the data. The team is fully aware of it, and hopefully we can fix the issue soon going forwards, because then we can unlock a lot of performance from the car.
Yeah, it's nice to be back, first of all. Of course, not the circumstances I would have hoped, but nonetheless, it's a great opportunity to build up my experience, get a full weekend under my belt, like you said. With some notice this time, I've been known it was coming, which is helpful. And yeah, I just want to use it to really build up step by step and enjoy it as well.
A new teammate for you this weekend, Ollie Bearman. Will you be giving him some advice from your side of the garage, or are you just going to leave him to get on with it?
No, if he wants advice, of course, my door is always open. But I think he's pretty handy. I think he likes street circuits. And I think he will be on the pace pretty quickly. I think he's had a thorough preparation process with a lot of simulator running and stuff. And I suspect he will be on the pace pretty quickly and settling in just fine.
We definitely have a bit of positive momentum going on about us. In terms of raw pace, though, I think Monza, even though it was a successful weekend, we were still lacking a little bit of pace towards the Haas. And it was a track that we knew we were going to be strong at. So coming into this weekend, points are on the cards, but it's going to be a tough race. We're going to have to execute it perfectly.
Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of experience in the Formula 1 car, so I had to learn quite a lot of things very quick. I had a lot of information coming in from all the team members, and they were super helpful. They were really, really helpful, and it helped me to process everything a little bit quicker, to do that learning process quicker. And I think part of the good performance that I had in Monza was due to my engineers, due to the mechanics, due to the warm welcome that everyone has been giving me in the team. Alex has been very, very helpful as well, very supportive, and I'm just very happy to be in this team, honestly.
You must be very proud to reach this 150th mark.
Yeah, it's a big number for sure. I didn't see the time going. Things flies. When you have fun, time flies. That's what people say. It's a big number for sure. I didn't know it before I came to this event. I just saw that the team did a special post, for it, and it's pretty cool, to achieve such a milestone. There's a lot of races now a year, and that's why the time flew so quickly. But I guess you just go race by race, and you travel all around the world, one after the other, and think about the present moment. But it is quite emotional. I think 100 races with the team as well, with this team, and we've achieved a lot. There's some bitter sweet taste, a little bit with what we've achieved, because there was some great stuff, but we would have liked a little bit more, of course. But I'm here until the remaining of the season, and I'm going to try and do the best I can with what I got in hand.
He's one of the most successful car designer in our sport, and he's got a very unique way of approaching racing, approaching design, because similar to Daniel, I'll walk in the factory and see him in front of his board drawing all sort of stuff which I could not even tell what was really going on there, but ultimately it just seems to work when it gets to the track. And very humble person, which I liked on a personal level. I always had great talks with him, and always accessible, which was very enjoyable for the time we had working together.
Yeah, there's quite a few things to think about in this sport. Just the race weekend alone is quite a lot of load on you mentally and physically. There's always the contract situation, which is an extra stress. It can be, let's say, but things are progressing. We're still almost in daily contact with Mattia, figuring out what each party wants, and that's about it. But I'm always positive. But now again, it's time to focus for the weekend rather than the contracts.
Every weekend we're obviously we're having a similar package for a few races in a row now, but every weekend we're trying to extract as much as we could. Together with me and my teammate, we try to have a different setup to understand what is the needed for the current situation to making a bigger step even for the next coming races or is for the future development. So it's a tough situation at the moment just because I think we don't really have the pace fighting yet to anywhere close to top 10, and we keep the, let's say, motivation high, and we want to learn as much as we could in every certain stand and to understanding therefore with high downforce track, low downforce track, and then see how it goes also here in Baku and Singapore, because I think the last two races to the coming two will be completely different circumstances. But yeah, it's a difficult one just to give a very high expectation, but we are trying to work in each individual areas that's current weakness and trying to solve that, and hopefully that can give us a, let's say, better coming up races, and in terms of performance we can be fighting more close up.
Yeah, I have always confidence every race week, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue that. Every race week is always reset. Wherever I went in a bad situation in the previous race, I'm in a normal shape next race, so I'm good.
I could answer it simply by saying, yeah, just coincidence, and I don't know if it's the track layouts. I mean, there has been, like Monza, there was some incidents and a bit of contact here and there. Sometimes it's also just the way it goes. Sometimes contact can be brushed off, and other times it isn't. So yeah, I know from a viewing point of view, sometimes obviously a safety car mid-race spices it up, but yeah, when we're in the race and we're out there, we're just trying to do what we can and get our head down. So if you happen to see a safety car at some point, you adjust accordingly. But yeah, I didn't even know. If you said there was a safety car 2 races ago, I would have said, oh yeah, I believe you.